But
All right, so we're about to get started here. We have Morte on Zenyatta, which is going to be a lot of fun. TwoEasy is wielding Symmetra here. But interesting is the attacking composition. Denzje is on Tracer to start things off, and we have Shadez on Hanzo. So I'll be checking him out to see what he can do in the early stages of this game.
Sure, I've got Shadez in first-person view now as well, just to see what he's able to do. So far, just chugging lots of arrows into the Reinhardt shield, but it only has 2,000 health. Eventually, you're going to break that thing, and then you've just got a naked Reinhardt, easy to kill. So
he spotted Reaper as well. He saw Reaper go up, but he's not actually going after Unfixed, and that might give Unfixed a little bit of opportunity to try and get a lot of damage done here. He is going to have to back his way, though, as Denzje manages to find him as well. Ooh, a nice pick-off from Liddano. Let's go ahead and check him out, too.
I hear McCree actually nearby the Reinhardt and the Hanzo, so I'm going to zoom out just a little bit and get a better view of everything. It looks like defense is still firmly in control of the point. It looks like Hanzo is running his long way back now. Unfixed did eat the dirt earlier. Shadez goes down now as well, and defense still looking good. Liddano is behind enemy lines here, but Winghaven's actually going to get the charge on Widowmaker, bring her all the way across the map, and she'll die right in the center of the point there.
You charge extra for going through postcodes,
oh, of
man.
course.
That was a big one. But I like what Liddano's trying to do. He's moving with Widowmaker up onto the ledges, and then he's letting Reunited see him, and then he's backing off, and he's saying, look, either you deal with me and I'm right here, or you try and attack everyone else, and you're going to give me an opportunity to snipe. So he's making Reunited make those choices.
Yeah, Denzje actually doing a great job on Tracer. They need to find that teleporter now that it is in play. As Symmetra goes down, they actually cleared the point here and have a potential to actually stay on it, but that teleporter is going to ruin them. Vallutaja already back in play. Reinhardt not even using the... Oh, there he does use the teleporter as well, so now extra 2,000 health shield up in front that they could have avoided.
Prowler, Joshy, because just as Transcendence was ending, he got a triple charge.
Oh,
and obviously didn't kill anyone because Transcendence was just about to finish.
That does feel bad. Looks like Gringos are going to secure the first tick, maybe even the second tick as well. Winghaven trying to get in there, and they are going to secure the second tick. They just need to kill Winghaven, and now there's no teleporter nearby. All the charges were used up, and Symmetra was unable to get another one standing. So good stuff from Gringos, taking that first point without too much difficulty. I would say they got wiped, 2 or 3 times, but that's pretty standard and pretty average so far moving forward. This is a Reunited's chance to see if they want to switch it up. It looks like they are going to stay on one sniper, one Hanzo. We've got McCree. You've got the Lucio Reinhardt combo to contest the payload, and Mercy just hopping around target to target. Likely going to stay on TwoEasy for that damage amp. But offense just moving straight through this first chunk of the first checkpoint.
And at the moment, Reunited are actually falling all the way back to basically defending the third checkpoint here. They were still inside the tunnel, but it looks like they are moving back now. Winghaven is going to be charging up to Shadez, who's a little bit offside compared to most of his teammates. Wow, actually using the ultimate to push forward there. I don't think Reunited were expecting that, and they are now definitely going to have to basically reinforce at the final checkpoint. It's only TwoEasy now that stands between Gringos and one step away.
Yeah, Vallutaja does have Deadeye up, but that Reinhardt shield up in his face is not going to allow him to get any kills off of that. They are going to push all the way to the last checkpoint very easily there. So now this is 6.5 minutes to try and complete the map, something they have been unable to do so far. They have not completed a single map here against Reunited, but this could be first time for everything,
Yeah, it could. Joe at the moment with Deadeye available. There's the Deadeye going off. He's looking for an opportunity, but Reinhardt doing a good job, Winghaven, with his shields up right now. He's actually got Earthshatter available as well, and he's standing very close to the corner. He might be waiting for an opportunity to use it. Here comes Lucio. Here comes Reinhardt. Is he going to be using his ult? No, not yet. Winghaven still looking for an opportunity, but he gets charged right out the ballpark.
Gringos does have the bulk of players standing right now if they can stay alive. Lucio trying to keep everybody up, but they will need to move forward here. Try and score a kill perhaps on this Mercy to their right. Yes. I don't know why Mercy was so far in there, but she actually manages to escape before getting taken out. Good job to Morte flying away just in time. There is a sound barrier available, but not too many friendly faces nearby, so he's going to hang on to that. Defense doing a good job, still staying in control.
Yeah, they at the moment they are just patiently sitting back, waiting for an opportunity to pick people up one by one. I think they've recognized that actually the composition and the strategy Gringos have been using this map so far have been pretty good. Now here comes another ultimate from Lucio. Mint trying to push the team forward. Liddano, they're going down very, very quickly indeed. They managed to clear, actually, everything all the way up to the loading point, but they need to get back and escort the payload. Okay, they're doing that now, and they're getting very close to completing the map here.
Yeah, Gringos had their strongest push yet. They've got Denzje up in the front, up by the spawn, trying to keep everyone pinned in there. If Denzje does... Oh, no, I was going to say, if Denzje does generate a pulse bomb, that could be very, very good for them, but Denzje does fly off the side of the map, actually. Johanneberg...
Vallutaja with the high noon. No, that's not Vallutaja.
Yeah, it was Joe.
That is Joe.
And
he doesn't get any kills.
No, he didn't score any kills, unfortunately. Kruise now, as the last defender, actually trades with McCree, so they're not going to get any free push either. Vallutaja now the only player contesting the payload against Shadez as the lone Hanzo, but Gringos looks like they have lost control. They are going to start to trickle back in now, but Winston on his own needs to stay alive, and that is a tall order for any gorilla. He's going to jump back and wait for the rest of his team, while Reunited just pushes forward. So again, stopped right at the very end of the map, unfortunately for Gringos.
So close to completing, but not quite able to get around the final hill there. You can see them all grouping up, having a little bit of a team talk, a little bit of a pep talk, and a chat. Let's get a little bit of motivation going, and here they come around the corner. Is this going to be the final push now for Team Gringos? Oh, wow, defensive sound barrier activated, and a huge offensive play coming out from Reunited. Completely corners the rest of Gringos, and I think for the first time in a while now, Gringos are the team that are going to be wiped out, so Reunited definitely scoring when it mattered there.
Yeah, it was really good push forward after the sound barrier. The rest of defense just kind of rushed forward. Winston from the attacking team leaped forward into the defender's back line, so he was actually separated from the rest of his team long enough for them to all die. So a little uncoordinated push led to a lot of deaths and a lot of time off the clock, but there's that offensive sound barrier. Unfixed with a damage amp barrage, though, finding a couple of kills very easily there. TwoEasy's got his Dragon Blade out, and he's looking for kills on Shadez. He does find it in combination with Vallutaja, and there Lucio Mint is the last player to fall for Gringos, but more and more time just keeps bleeding off the clock. They had 6.5 minutes, now they've got under 3.
I feel like we need to see a little bit more sustainability on top of the payload here when Gringos are actually pushing, and that's actually making me question a little bit whether it is beneficial at the last checkpoint for Liddano to be staying with Widowmaker. What do you think, Josh?
It depends how much damage Liddano's getting in. Basically, I'm watching Genji right now go for the softer, squishier targets. Mercy is the first task, but even Genji can't find enough damage before going down. And yeah, let's just go to Liddano's view here. If he just keeps being chased off and unable to do any damage, then yes, the answer is just very clearly that they need to switch him onto a Reaper or a Pharah, something like that, that can at least get some damage in. I'm watching now.
Pharah would be excellent.
Some shots are landing. Reinhardt actually falls off the map. Winghaven falling off the side there, but yeah, Liddano just falls so quickly to 2 rockets. There's not really enough front line to keep him from being exposed. Essentially,
Joe getting killed before High Noon's available there as well.
Oh,
just starting
rough.
it, but then boom.
Yeah, and if you don't have enough cushion, basically, if Widow doesn't have enough room to stay comfortably sniping, then you're never really going to be able to get that much damage in. And as we're talking about it, he switches over to McCree, which I think is a decent
now on the offensive composition.
Decent choice. Yeah, maybe not double McCree, maybe one McCree, one Reaper. I would prefer to see as the rest of the comp kind of goes with it. Lucio, Reinhardt, Winston, all decently ground-based tanks. I don't know if Pharah would be the right option just because they don't have a Mercy, but
do you remember Fnatic and Stefan? That's the kind of Pharah I'd like to see right now. Vallutaja, though, with the Deadeye, and he manages to get double kill on that, picking off Mint as well in the process, and that's a crucial support hero for Gringos, allowing TwoEasy to mop up with the Genji ult. Very nice succession of ultimates coming out there from Reunited, and is that going to be the collapse that will basically take it all for them? Because Gringos now, they've only got 50 seconds left to complete the map.
Yeah, TwoEasy's ultimate right there actually just devastating Gringos' chances. They've basically got 2 pushes lined up left, and none of them have ultimates available. Defense, however, we do have a Mercy Res and an Earth Shatter, so really all Reinhardt's got to do is wait it out, pop that Earth Shatter when he can catch 2 or 3 people. Mercy gets the res off, and suddenly defense has won this game. So there's actually the Earth Shatter coming out very quickly to initiate the fight. Liddano and Johanneberg both dead now, so definitely the right decision as defense does have more people standing. I can see Winston just going nuts right now trying to find some targets. Shadez has moved on to Zarya, but he's surrounded by 3 members of the defense, and suddenly with only 10 seconds left, it's going to be a trickle fight in here to try and keep this into overtime.
Yeah, trickle fight, not particularly good. We saw Liddano on McCree, by the way, because Joe actually switched off onto Zenyatta, so that's the reason. Shadez now on Zarya as well, just to give them a little bit more longevity. And, oh dear, High Noon with Rocket Barrage as well means that they are so far away from the payload, just about managing to touch it in time. And I have to say, Zenyatta is doing an excellent job in support here, doing a lot of damage as well. But is it going to be enough? Will Joe be able to stop this? We've got Lucio coming in with Sound Barrier as well. A lot of longevity in this team as well as damage now, and they are pushing the payload again. Can Gringos actually make this work in overtime? Transcendence coming down as well. Reunited are potentially in trouble, but now the ults have been used. Reunited can regroup, and if they manage to whip the team now, that's it.
There's TwoEasy actually with that Dragon Blade. He stayed alive long enough to get that into play. Unfixed actually was just shooting tons of rockets throughout that entire engagement without going down either. Both Winston still standing is actually very impressive, but they do have that HP reset. 1,000 health to both of them right now as they run around swinging like crazy. There's an Earth Shatter coming down from Winghaven, not actually catching much of anything, but Unfixed still just flying above, shooting tons of rockets. There's another barrage available. Mint does drop the attacker's sound barrier. Everyone's still standing on the point. There's at least 4 members of Gringos standing, but defense again Unfixed. You see in the kill cam, Unfixed is just not having any contention right now and just going crazy with the rockets. Even, you know, Tracer can't shoot up at him. There's a Winston actually leaping up at Unfixed, but all he's got to do is use his bounce rocket to get back safely far away from that. Picks up a health. There's a D.Va ultimate coming in from the offense, or sorry, the defense. Vallutaja actually playing that D.Va there to finish things off, but overtime is still moving, but it's been in overtime for about 25-30 seconds right now, and the attackers still have 4 people on the payload. It's kind of crazy.
I'm a little bit surprised at the double Tracer, because even though they can get back to touch the payload quickly, they still need longevity there. And we have the Graviton Surge coming down from Shadez, but it doesn't look like any people were killed while that was in effect. D.Va now from Vallutaja just trying his best to keep a body on the payload as long as possible.
Another
There's
Earth
the
Shatter.
Earth Shatter coming down. 2 people get killed there, and this is slowly, I think, going the way of Reunited.
Yes, Reunited finally seals the deal there. That D.Va ult blowing up to mark the defeat of Gringos, but now Reunited will have to attack. Really good stuff there. Again, very close for Gringos. They have gotten steadily closer games as this series has gone on, but that is unfortunate for them that they were not able to complete the map, because now they have to defend and win a best of 1 King of the Hill. There's Genji just going nuts. Yeah. Genji just going crazy on those Winstons. You can actually win a 1v1 Genji versus Winston if he doesn't see you. That's pretty much the way you do it. You just hop over him, keep drilling into him with the triple stars, and you can kill a Winston. So TwoEasy, really great stuff there on Genji throughout.
And I think he did that without Dragon Blade.
Yeah, lots of dashes, lots of resets, lots of shurikens.
So yeah, so that's going to be narrowly Reunited preventing Gringos from capping there. The one thing I don't think I liked at the end, though, Joshy, was the switch up from Gringos into double Tracer. Yeah, okay, you extend overtime, but what's your plan once you actually touch the payload? I don't feel like Tracer has the longevity that they need to be able to stick around and push it forward. Vallutaja did such a good job of just sitting on top of a payload as D.Va and saying, okay, you can have 2 Tracers, you're still going to have to shoot me from somewhere and I'll be able to find you. And I think that was absolutely the right thing for them to do. So I'm not sure 2 Tracers was really their most likely way to cap that.
Well, either way, Reunited basically just showing ult coordination is the way to go. The Earth Shatters into Barrage, for example, happen a number of times. Morte hanging on to his Resurrection for perfect times. This is something that just throughout the series I've noticed the Gringos haven't really been able to match. Reunited's ult timing is basically the only big differentiator that I've seen between these 2 teams. Obviously things like aim. I mean, when you've got Sniper Wars, whichever sniper is winning the sniper war is essentially going to help their team out quite a lot, just being able to sink more damage in. But other than that, I mean, ult coordination I think is the only thing where I haven't really seen a single wombo combo out of Gringos where it's like, oh, they wiped the entire reunited team. It's all very like piecemeal. You know, maybe the Genji gets a kill here or there, but it's rough for them.
I think there was once on Dorado they managed to get a really nice transcendence into sound barrier defensively that wiped reunited the once. If that kind of oh dear, Unfixed just left the game.
Oh, well, he's back in.
Oh, he's back in the game. Well, that was kind of exciting for a moment there. Okay, reunited are quite literally reunited as we go into the attacking half of King's Row for them. And like you said before, Joshy, the sniper battle is one that we're going to be watching now. We have Hanzo on the part of Vallutaja and TwoEasy on Widowmaker once again, trying their best to do as much damage to these guys as possible. Although this time, we don't see Liddano on the opposing Widowmaker.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually. Liddano has been their Widow the entire time. They don't have a Widow at all now on defense, as he is going to be playing Symmetra. Johanneberg actually falling there very quickly as McCree. That's a bad thing for Gringos as Winghaven charges in. I'm watching his first-person view. Haven't really been given Reinhardt enough love in the first person, so checking out his charges and his Earth Shatters. That one was not the most successful, and now Kruise as the lone Lucio on the point is going to be warded off as well. They are still getting kills though, and Symmetra does not have her teleporter up for defense just yet. She's trying to stay alive and just do a little bit of poke damage with those floating orbs while she can.
Oh, Kruise is sneaking in actually to take the point here, and I'm going to keep an eye out on Unfixed because he has Barrage available as well. This could end up being a really good opportunity for them to take this entirely. Oh, very nice there from, I think, Winghaven. Yeah, it is Winghaven, completely destroying someone so that Barrage isn't even required. And actually, we have Unfixed going, wow, very deep into enemy territory here. This could end up being a lot of fun.
Well, they do have wall hacks available right now. TwoEasy's Widowmaker ult is up, so they know that all 6 members are way, way back by their spawn. So Widowmaker's moving right up there, trying to find some free picks on whoever. Mercy flying by there almost gets taken out, but TwoEasy is just going to drop his Venom Mine and back off, look for some health. And it looks like, who else we got up here? Unfixed on Farah looking for some free rockets, but now they are just going to push the payload.
Yeah,
I would advise they just push the payload at this point. They're up pretty far.
They were being very patient, actually. It was only Unfixed moving all the way forward, just hammering basically the 3rd checkpoint with rockets to make sure that Gringos stayed back as long as possible. You did a very good job of that. There is Unfixed with the barrage, managing to get a lot of damage done and takes out Prowler at the same time, but here comes the res as well. So Reunited very, very serious about keeping a hold of this, even though that was a decent challenge by Gringos.
Good stuff there from Unfixed. I'm watching play Farah here, sinking a lot of damage into Mercy and scoring a collateral kill on another player as well. Defense does have 3 members down right now, all trying to run back, and you can see it was us as spectators, we can see all 6 of them still all the way up by their spawn. Widow has pushed forward now, TwoEasy on Widow, so I'm going to go ahead and take his POV and see if he can manage to secure any kills for free, essentially, on these returning players. 7 minutes, 8 seconds left for Reunited to try and finish the map, something that Gringos could not do. But look at that, Widow actually getting a couple of limbs on her way out.
Yeah, doing a good job there, but still managing to get taken out by McCree, as we do have the payload almost rounding the final corner now. Winghaven, Vallutaja, and Kruise patiently waiting for the other team members to come in. Unfixed and Morte up top with that classic Mercy Farah combo. Here comes the defensive sound barrier, immediate sound barrier coming down as well from a Kruise. So both sides with that enhanced hit point. Winghaven managing to get the better of the Reinhardt battle right now, but he is caught out a little bit in the middle. Is there going to be enough damage to kill him there? No, he's actually moving back, doing very well. He's actually pushing the payload on his own while the rest of the guys fight. He's going to solo cap this.
Yeah, watching Winghaven right now, just solo riding on that payload. Mercy brought them all up. Mercy brought them all up, but no one was there to stop the lone Reinhardt from pushing all the rest of the way. That is a 4-0 for Reunited. Just want to remind everybody about Matcherino. This could be your last chance to toss in $1 toward this prize pool. But great games there all day long. Reunited just showing us how it's done. Gringos getting ever closer to their goals and just not quite getting the completed maps. But the new competitive rule set, we did, you know, I gotta say the games were a lot more entertaining. The fact that they weren't just over, you know, from someone hitting a checkpoint is different. It was a 4-0 ultimately. We never did see a tiebreak, but still good stuff there. And you guys can let us know what you thought about the format this time around, matching the competitive queue. Even though we didn't really see too much different, we at least didn't cut any games short. Both sides got to do their full attacks and defenses, so it's kind of interesting.
I had my dice of justice, Joshy. I didn't get to use it.
No, there's always
I'm
next
really
week.
sad. I'm really, really sad.